There we go. Smile. Everyone here, the nice fade out. Oh, I hit the wrong button again. No one would have known if I didn't say anything. Oh well.
Yeah, no one would have known, but now we all know.
No one's watching yet anyway, Dan. How are things? Long time. We missed a week here. We missed 2 weeks.
We missed two. We had COVID running through the family. We had sicknesses. It was just it was a lot when you got two kids under 3.
You know what? Every time my family goes to a big gathering, whether it's 30 people or we went to an amusement park and we were with 500, 1,000 people in close proximity. You always get sick. Not everyone gets sick, but somebody's going to get sick, and then they're going to pass it to somebody else. So,
right.
Time of year.
Yeah, it is. I don't know. A stomach bug was going around, so
yeah,
it hit a lot of people. The stomach bug.
A lot of kids are out of school.
Yeah. And that was the other thing. I had all the vacations this past week and into yesterday. So it was, you know what? Sometimes taking just a break gets the people wanting more.
Gets the people going. And gets the people going.
And that's what happened. Like I actually got people saying like, "Hey, we're you guys haven't been on in a while," and we got some questions. So kind of a lead into today. We're just going to be answering some questions.
That nice. I'm going to point out that nice, because we still have no people watching here. That nice smooth intro right there, right into the thing. So we'll go right with it. So the number one question that I am getting, and I know you've got it multiple times too, because we've talked about it multiple times in the last couple of weeks, is what's going on with the interest rates. So you want to give a go with it, Dan, and then I'll give my 2 cents.
Honestly, what's going on with it is I don't know what's going on with it. No one really knows what's going on with it. We have our hunches, we have our ideas where we think it's going to trend. But as you know, in our little pre-live meeting that we just had, we see like week to week, it could drop, it could raise, it could drop, it could raise. But over time, the idea we'll see for 2024 is supposed to trend downwards. So there might be some peaks and all that, but it's supposed to trend downwards. So that's what I'm seeing. And then, it's February, 20th, 21st? It's February 21st. Here in Connecticut, this isn't quite the spring market yet, but we're getting there. So all systems are pointing that it's going to be a really good spring with interest rates dropping and hopefully some more inventory.
Yeah, that's what we really need, is the inventory. So that was the same thing I was going to say with the rates. On a week-to-week basis, it can be up, it can be down, but all analysts predict in 2024 to go down. People that have interest in the real estate market, people that really don't care, that make money off the real estate market. Everyone seems to think that. So we'll see.
It's kind of funny too, because I follow a lot of lenders on whether it's Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, especially, and a lot of people have some unique point of views about the interest rates, which I found kind of interesting. One guy pointed out saying, as a lender, he's like, I don't want the interest rates to drop, because when the interest rates drop, that means more buyers are coming in, which is great, obviously, for his end of business. Obviously he wants to pre-qualify and get as many people as he can. But it's just driving the prices up. It just keeps driving these home prices up if we don't get the inventory. So with the raised interest rates, sometimes it brings down those buyers, and it could actually level out the prices of the homes a little bit. And I kind of thought that was interesting, like a unique perspective of obviously, even as a realtor, and you as a realtor and broker, that we want as many clients as we could possibly get and help as many people as we can. But kind of unique perspective is raise the rates to kind of balance things out a little bit. And I'm like, interesting.
Exactly what the government did. That's why they did curb inflation, and I think housing prices are the main driver of the inflation, the run we've had in the last couple of years.
Yeah,
and housing prices and home affordability is way outpaced wages, and
Yeah.
some stuff has gone up. Groceries, gas is always up and down based on geopolitical situations and stuff like that. But home prices are really just a function of interest rate and supply and demand. And we're not seeing a big supply in our area. We're seeing a big demand. So these prices are just keep going up. So people are always wanting to buy. People are always getting married or getting divorced, being born. You need a bigger house. You have 2, 3, 4 kids, and a 3-bedroom, a two 3-bedroom doesn't cut it anymore.
Right.
People are always dying. They need to sell, but right now that's really the main things.
And Rogers really put it into perspective a couple weeks ago, saying the idea the interest rates lowering is not stopping the people from getting into the market and buying, the people that want to buy. And there's a lot of articles that suggest that. So I'm kind of contradicting my own self. I'm just saying what one lender said I thought was interesting, and then what Roger said, and it kind of made me laugh because in my own personal life, Morgan and I are talking about, maybe, I don't know if it's going to be now, but moving again. And I sat there, I'm like, man, my interest rate is 2.875. And I'm like, I don't want to leave that. But at the same time, it's like, well, kind of outgrowing this house, might have to do it. And I'm thinking to myself, it's going to happen. Happy wife, happy life, right? It's going to happen. I'm going to have to move, but it's not going to stop us. 2.875 isn't going to stop us. We're going to go and I'll have to take on a 5 or a 6. Who knows? Whenever we do it. So I don't know. I just thought unique perspectives on all. Not even trying to drive my opinion either way, but
yeah. Well, the good news is another thing that we've talked about in different spots in the whole social media is housing permits are way up in Greater Hartford year over year. I think, I don't remember exactly what year it was. It might have been 2006, the highest number since 2006. Now, a lot of these won't end up getting built. There's a lot of, I just saw Newington's got 1,000 apartments in development right now. And there was just somebody's trying to put up another 271. And while that'd be great for the overall Greater Hartford market as far as availability of houses and places to live, that is a huge stress on like the public services and in a single town to have 1,000 plus another 271. I mean, how many more kids is that in the school system? How many more EMS calls and is there? That's a big strain. Now there's going to be a lot of tax dollars, but a lot of these things are they're given tax advantages to build in towns. I actually had a little screen clip that I had uploaded, but it's sideways, and for some reason I can't get it to switch. I tried it in all different ways, but it had talked about in like the 91 corridor, all these different housing density tax benefits that the government wants to give to builders, but you kind of have to spread it around. Newington specific. Newington, not that either of us do a ton in Newington, but Newington actually made a list of one of the top places to buy in 2024.
I saw that. Newington's a great.
It is. It is, but it doesn't really distinguish itself from other towns that much at all. A lot of these towns that are very similar, they all have their unique flavor. But when one town in like the Greater Hartford metro area gets selected for one of these lists, really all the other towns surrounding that are in the same situation. It's a good place. Jobs are. I'm not gonna say they're easy to come by, but well-paying jobs. There's availability in Greater Hartford a lot more than a lot of other markets in other places.
And Newington, obviously, Glastonbury, Southington, all those areas are right, like literally right, a hop, skip, and a jump to Hartford, backwards even. So definitely, and I can't speak. I didn't do the research, but just by my own experience here, seeing a lot in Granby, Simsbury, Avon specifically. We just got a client looking to build an Avon. So I could see that housing permit statistic really holding true, especially through 2024 anyways.
Yeah. It's really extended out the kind of like the second layer off the highway, like Windsor Locks, Windsor, Hartford. Newington's got this apartment complex, but it's not, they're not single family homes. Rocky Hill, Cromwell, and on the other side of the river too. Those communities that border the highway, a lot of those are pretty built out, and a lot of the development is making to that second, that second line of towns. So we're getting somewhere.
Slowly but surely.
Yeah. So another thing, we've actually connected quite a few people with down payment assistance programs. You want to touch on those at all? We've got a Connecticut one here, and also a Massachusetts one.
Yeah. So I mean, I haven't sent too many mass to Rogers, but definitely Connecticut. And there's interest. I know actually Rogers is working with one right now. My client's working on, just flip the pen on this one specifically. And here, if someone were to actually watch this and take a screenshot of it, basically what you're looking at to qualify for $20,000 down payment assistance. And I think I mentioned this on a previous live, but I had coffee with an attorney not too long ago. And through this exact program, a client of his was actually able to make money on the purchase. The buyer came out in the green after closing costs, after everything. He got paid $500. Like, do you ever hear that? Do you ever see that? Yeah. Like, it's always about, all right, bring that check for the closing costs. And he's begrudgingly like, oh, here you go. And then the guys got paid because of this down payment assistance program. It's incredible. So
yeah, I think last time we had Rogers on, he had a similar story where the client was $250 out of pocket to buy. I don't know. It wasn't something cheap. It wasn't like it was $160,000. It was well into the twos.
Yeah, he said it was pretty substantial. Yeah. And then I guess that person was only in the whole $250 to buy a house. Like,
yeah,
that's wild. And you might be able to speak on this more. I don't know if Connecticut, they just re-upped it, right, for 2024. They just added a ton more money.
They just refunded it. So refund as in sent more funding in there. And there's a similar one with mass housing. It's not as much, 15,000, but I think he had said it's a little bit easier to qualify in Massachusetts than Connecticut. So either way, it's you're in a good situation if you're able to take advantage of that.
Yeah, no, it's huge, and legit too. You find, obviously we're partial to Mike Rogers, but you find that lender that knows that program in and out, and that's the difference maker right there. It really is the difference maker in how you're able to qualify and actually get that program. There might be some lenders out there oh yeah, we offer it, and then they don't know anything about it, and a buyer goes in there, it's like, oh yeah, you don't qualify, when in fact they do. You got to find someone who really knows that program.
Most lenders have access to it, but most don't really know the ins and outs. So you got to go with somebody that really knows what they're talking about.
Right.
Has experience doing it.
And that's the big thing, the experience doing it. And, it's not their first one. So, again, that's why we kind of lean into Rogers. He's kind of my question. I'm supposed to meet up with him tonight for a little real estate meetup. So we'll see if
a lot of you're going to get a lot more information on mortgage rates and qualifying. I can see that happening.
Yeah. So we'll see.
So we're pretty short. It's going to be a pretty short one, but next one we have, I think it's going to be next week, might be the week after. We have a credit repair specialist that's going to come on and kind of explain what to do, how to clean up your credit. A lot of people's credit situations are fairly easy with some time and a little bit of effort and diligence to up their score quite a bit. And I know these programs, both the Connecticut and Massachusetts ones, you do have to have a fairly decent credit score. So clean your credit up and qualify for this. And it's a great way to buy a house in 2024. So
absolutely. And with that being said, if anybody listening here and then maybe their credit is tough or they have questions about it, shoot us a text so we can get that to this person, because this is the SME, the subject matter expert here. This is the person that you will be talking to going into the home buying process. So this is a great time to get some questions answered.
Yeah, SME. I've never heard of that.
That's an army term. Yeah, someone's the SME, is a subject matter expert. We call him the SME. It always makes me think of that Peter Pan movie, that Hook.
Me, yeah, I haven't thought about that in a long time. I used to love that movie as a kid.
I know, but I don't know. SME.
SME.
Who's the SME?
Well, I think we'll go out on that.
Yeah.
SME. See you later.
See ya.